The PA Chamber is the largest broad-based business organization in the Commonwealth, and we represent roughly 10,000 members from every industry and every county. And I'll start my testimony with a reality we've discussed before. Pennsylvania's demographics are dire. Our population growth has slowed significantly. We're seeing a net outflow of residents to other regions. Our population aged of 65 and older is growing, while our share of working-aged adults is declining, and our schools are seeing the smallest classes in generations. So why is this the case? While we can't attribute this to one single factor, we do know that the data from the US Census and Forbes says that the number one reason people move from one state to another is economic opportunity and cost of living. It's for that reason I thank you for recognizing how the PA Chamber and Pennsylvania employers can be a valuable voice as we explore ways to promote economic opportunity for Pennsylvania families. You know, as I considered the many policies we could talk about today, my mind kept returning to one that we were finally able to achieve this budget cycle. Pennsylvania had long penalized startup businesses through our treatment of net operating losses. It's largely why we were ranked dead last, tied with West Virginia in entrepreneurship last year. These are the businesses that built communities, sustained families, and offered pathways to prosperity. And yet it was our own policy decisions that handicapped that opportunity for so many. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Chairman Kale, for it was his bill in the House that shepherded this to final passage in the budget cycle going forward. And while that was a good step, the work is certainly not done. Employers are struggling to retain and attract workers, and businesses are depending on our policy decisions more than ever to create an environment where they can thrive financially and attract a strong and skilled workforce. So what are the issues that are making this such a big challenge? While we wish we could boil this down to a silver bullet that was referenced earlier by the chairman, we know there are numerous quality of life issues that strain our workforce. Those include rising childcare costs, the unavailability of workforce housing near job centers, reliable transportation, and so much more. And these issues, while complex, make it difficult to create the workforce pipeline that is needed by our employers. Another critical issue is our education framework. Pennsylvania's current system does not provide the flexibility or options necessary to prepare students for the workforce. The one-size-fits-all approach leaves too many students behind, lacking the skills needed to succeed in modern industries. Businesses urgently need skilled workers, individuals ready for the jobs of today and tomorrow. To remedy this, we can expand educational options through initiatives like Lifeline Scholarships and the Educational Improvement Tax Credit. These programs empower families to seek education that meets their children's unique needs, building the pipeline of future entrepreneurs and skilled workers. And lastly, we cannot ignore the rising costs of doing business. Operating expenses driven up by regulatory burdens and outdated policies make it difficult for companies to grow and invest in their workforce. When businesses allocate more resources to rising costs, they have less flexibility to offer competitive wages or to create new jobs. If we want Pennsylvania to be a place where businesses thrive and families flourish, we must work to reduce these costs and foster an environment where employers can do what they are eager to do, and that's reinvest in their people, their businesses, and their communities. After all, when businesses thrive, communities thrive, and when employers can grow and create good-paying jobs, Pennsylvania families are the direct beneficiaries. These policies aren't just pro-business, they're pro-family and they're pro-jobs, and they're essential for the future of the Commonwealth. And with that, I thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to working with you to address these problems and potential solutions to our overall competitiveness. And with that, I look forward to taking your questions.